Hey y'all, we are live. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9 Reunion, Part 3. Happy Monday, by the way. I knew y'all was waiting on this. Officially, I have 16,000 subscribers. I am in the Sweet 16 Club right before Season 16 of Atlanta and right before my YouTube birthday, which is on March 15th. Now, again, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm taking a week off for the dates March 13th to March 20th. I will be in Italy on my little vacation. I'm going to Italy because I'm just celebrating my 40th birthday early. I wanted to go, just before the summertime, and I'm just going with my best friend. Anywho, just letting y'all know ahead of time, expect me to be off YouTube for about a week. Anywho, let's get into the reunion because we have a lot to cover. So we left off on Wendy getting the tea from Eddie. It looks like she's going to hold this info in her back pocket until further notice. They continue with the reunion, and Mia is still backstage. She's definitely done, and she's asking this somebody to get her out of this dress. I wish I could say she was missed. I did not care at all. I was like, can we just get back to the women on stage? So the men are the topic, and I'm wondering, was there supposed to be a segment with just Eddie and Greg? Because Eddie was dressed down, and it looks like Greg wound up not coming out at all. I'm wondering, was it because Eddie's tea that he was just invited out and that segment kind of took longer, or did they film it and they just cut it out completely? I don't know. But yeah, TJ is brought up because he was invited, but Stacy says she didn't want him there because, they're not together. Wendy got that look on her face just like that. And then she let Stacy know what occurred backstage. And what the tea is, I mean, Kempire spilled it already, but it's the fact that allegedly she paid TJ to be on Potomac as her boyfriend, a la Kenya Moore and Walter. The ladies are gagged. I don't know, like, am I shocked? Not really, if it's true. But TJ told Eddie all this from FaceTime and also says that not only has she been paying me, she owes me money. Whew. Look, the ladies on this couch getting their lives. Andy's face said it all. Stacy says she doesn't believe a word Wendy is saying. And TJ would never say that. Wendy is like, it's on camera, girl. Andy is on it with control room in his ear. They have the footage, but it is so fresh that it is still in the camera that's filming Mia leaving the building. All the ladies want to see the footage. Oh, I love this. No one wanted to see Greg, including me. That's why I was just like, I'm glad they cut it out because Kay's storyline, I just didn't care at all. We're in Italy. I'm going to land in Milan. We're going to go to, I'm about to say London. We'll have to go to Rome and maybe like a day in Florence. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah, let's get on with it. Oh, Stacy isn't a good liar. Hopefully TJ doesn't drop receipts. Look, we will get into that in a couple minutes. We cut to Mia backstage getting ready to leave, but my F's are out. Like, bye, girl. Like, there is the door. Don't let it hit you with a good Lord split you. Like, I don't care if she comes back next season either. Like, just bye. Like, I forgot about Mia the entire episode. Back on stage, the ladies are still giving their commentary, and it's not looking good for my girl Stacy. Like, I liked her in the beginning. I thought she had a great season overall. until it progressed. Like she had a good season for most of it, but damn. I still wanted to come back though next season. They believe TJ isn't lying. Stacy is standing 10 toes down and won't speak on anything until she sees the footage. Stacy doesn't want to call TJ, and according to her, she doesn't want to entertain it at all. But I'm just like, why? Like, it just makes sense because, you know, everyone was looking at your relationship funny, girl. And for the fact that now he's saying to Eddie, of all people, that you paid him, wouldn't you want to clear your name? Like, I feel like that's borderline character assassination for a housewife, especially on her first season. And it's embarrassing because look at Stacy. She don't have to, well, I don't think she has to pay somebody to be with her. Giselle says that Stacy beat out Mia today on The Lion. And Giselle let's just be honest, she hates Stacy. You would think she said something about her daughters too. She tells Stacy, girl, you busted, with your legs wide open. Anywho, meanwhile, Mia officially leaves crying, blah, blah, blah. Back on stage, the ladies aren't buying anything Stacy is saying. And then Andy then just suggests to bring Eddie out. And Giselle leads the chant to which they're all shouting, even Andy, bring Eddie out, bring Eddie out. Like, hilarious. Hilarious. Like, this is Housewives, peak Housewives, y'all. I know, like, we don't really care for how this season went, but this was an enjoyable reunion, I gotta say. did we not enjoy this reunion? And look, Andy getting a kick out of this, like jumping up in his seat like a toddler. Bring Eddie out. Bring Eddie out. So Eddie Feinself is brought out on stage, sitting in the first chair next to Andy. You know Andy loved him some dark chocolate, so I know that seat was moist. I know the seat was moist. Anyway, the Ocephos, I must say, they were the MVPs, y'all. They might have saved this reunion. Like, Wendy had a great performance. Like, I gotta say, shout out to her, for real. I don't know how she went from, like, my birthday plot. Maybe she was watching my videos. I'm not gonna put it on myself like that, but it's just like her performance this season, I was like, I'm ready for her to go. But she was leaned into the bullshit this reunion, I must say. And I think she earned her spot just from making that reunion so good. Look, I will give it to her. And y'all know I don't really see it for Wendy all the time. Like, I want to like her. But, you know, I just feel like the birthday plot line, and as well, like, she doesn't have an anchored friendship on the show. But look, again, when you do well in a reunion, when you do well on the show, like, it is what it is. Let's see. Where was I? Eddie then retells his story, exactly how it happened. And also, did y'all catch how Eddie phrased, like, how mad TJ, like, how he was viewed as from the audience? Like, he said flamboyant, but read between the lines. Like, I know, like, no one wants to upset Andy, but, you know, a lot of people were calling TJ gay. And I'm pretty sure Eddie knew the verbiage, what to say. Wendy is the co-worker that's mediocre at work and pulls out a win in the end. You said it, not me. The super Christian who dates a woman still legally married, disrespects her, then lies on his best friend and calls her whack. Come on now, Stacy, let's tally ho. Wendy indeed saved her job. She definitely did. I agree. Stacy maintains that she doesn't owe TJ money. She is calling TJ a liar. Excuse me. She says she doesn't owe him a phone call to even clear it up. That's frustrating to me. Again, I think Stacy is going the wrong way about it, if it's true or not. Like, if it's not true, then I would be doing anything in my power to be embarrassed on national television. And if it is a lie, like, you're just not a good liar, Sweets. You're just not. To some degree in this moment, she still don't believe that TJ said that. Like, she didn't see the footage yet at this point, but she still can't believe it unless she hears TJ said what he said. So then Eddie is excused. The ladies have their opinions, but Stacy is like, let me be clear. I don't need TJ to get on this platform or any platform. I know that's right, Stacy. I mean, I believe that, but why would your best friend say that, girl? Why? She says she doesn't care what people think because she knows her truth and won't call TJ for everyone else's benefit. And the ladies remind her, it is your benefit, girl. Like, she doesn't see that. And Wendy's trying to break it down to her, like, girl, if you come back next season, your character is going to come into question all the time. You will be the new Mia, basically. And yeah, I'm going to look at you funny too. And any guy you bring around, I'm going to be thinking, oh, is she paying him? Like, is this an act? So it just sucks. That's all. It doesn't help that her best friend and aunt were shocked at the kind of guy she was dating. So even if she's being honest, her optics are terrible. Awful discernment. Awful. Stacy looked mortified when Wendy spilled the tea. The jig is up. I don't believe TJ. I think he took that narrative from YouTube commentators and the subscribers. Hopefully, Stacy didn't ever send him money for anything, because even if it was for his birthday, he will say it was a down payment, just putting men on layaway. Whew. Right. Andy gets word from control room. He tells the cast Mia left the building. No one cares, not even Jacqueline. And again, like I said in the last review, Jacqueline's like, girl, I got a baby on the way. I need this check. And if they bring me back next season, I'm definitely going to be back without your ass. So, bye, girl. Like, I don't even think Jacqueline went to follow Mia or even check on her during the break. Anyway, second, he lets them know that they have the video on a phone for Andy to play for Stacy and the cast. So Eddie is vindicated and the ladies are gagged again. Afterwards, Stacy is like, this is so hurtful. And I can't believe he said that. Like, the ladies aren't buying it at all, but she says she never paid him a dime. Do we believe her? Audience, do we believe her? Now, I just need hands in the chat for people that believe Stacy. Not indifferent. Do you believe that TJ is lying and he just said that to make Stacy look bad? I'm just curious, and please let me know why. What I think is, it's basically at this point a matter of he said, she said. So I'm going to give Stacy the benefit of the doubt. But girl, if you get caught in a lie, I'm roasting your ass. I'm roasting you. Like, I would be so disappointed if she just didn't come clean when it was brought to her. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But if there are some receipts that are just undeniable, I don't know. So right now, it's just going to be TJ's word against Stacy. It is what it is. That's how I feel about it. Because that's all it's going to take. All it's going to take. And we saw today, this happened recently before I got on here, that he's teasing that he has receipts. And his lame ass is happy as a clam that all this attention is on him. We shall see. Like, I feel like by the next Pop Roast, by the end of the week, we might find some additional tea out. Stacy says, with all they've said concerning TJ, it's disappointing that they would believe him over her because they know her. Andy thought she was going somewhere else with this. But basically, yeah, like I said, it's her word against TJ's. Stacy says she won't call TJ, and the next person she'll call him with is her attorney. And the cast all collectively groans at this. So then it looks like they move on from this after the break. The next reel is dedicated to how Karen navigated being charged throughout the season, including her deflection and dodging accountability. And also to her being found guilty. So first question is, has anyone seen this side of Karen where she's been plastered, basically? And Ashley says she thinks Karen drinks to cope. She doesn't call her an alcoholic, but a few of the women, have seen the real Karen. Andy then brings up how Jacqueline tussled with Karen pretty much the entire season over that comment she made in episode 1, I believe. And if I was Jacqueline, I would feel pretty vindicated. Now, during this, Giselle and Wendy talk about how Karen kept pushing her court date back. And Giselle says because she was trying to get it thrown out, on technicalities or whatsoever. Like, I think she wasn't read her Miranda rights or some shit like that. I don't know. She probably thought she was going to get over it because how she got over the other 3 charges, or how she got them demoted to like an infraction or something. We get back to Jacqueline's beef, and I'm glad she copped to being shady when it came to the whole balloon thing, because what she said about, a balloon represents each charge, it was intentional, very intentional. Didn't Vivian call her a liar too? Why are so many people going after her about her honesty or lack thereof? They never called him a liar. They just thought he wasn't into her. I believe that she did ask him to be on the show with her and that it would help him and her. He is bitter, so he put 20 on 10, and she knows that their relationship wasn't really deep, but can't admit it. All jokes aside, I think he didn't like how they said he was gay and how he speaks to her, and to not be able to clear his name, he said that. If this is true, I think Stacy is smart enough to have this dealing in private. I don't think Stacy would leave a paper trail that could be used against her. She can't be that dumb. Hopefully not. I believe Jacqueline about the drunken phone call. We just don't like her. Like, yeah, I would feel vindicated if I was Jacqueline. A senior citizen being in prison is truly insane. I can't believe Karen has put herself in this kind of situation. Look, I mean, like we found out at the reunion, she had a chance to settle this without a trial. Like, she denied the plea deals. So then Kay gives her take since she's still a soldier for Karen. Then Andy asked the cast, why do they think that she brought it to trial? And yeah, like, I think she thought that, she worked the system before. She thought she would be able to do it again. She thought maybe she'd get thrown on a technicality. She kept delaying it. Yeah, I just think she didn't take it seriously. Like, she was very smug about it. And that's why my fucks are few. They are talking about the footage and whether Karen saw it before the public did. Wendy and Giselle agree. They both agree that she definitely most likely saw it because her counsel was trying to suppress the video. I definitely think she saw the video before it came out. Like, she didn't want it to reach the light of day, because if her counsel saw it, her counsel would have definitely told her, girl, it would be in your best interest that this does not see the light of day. Giselle drops tea that allegedly Karen turned down 2 plea deals of either 6 months house arrest or 60 days in jail. And I think delusion is the only reason. Like, whoever her lawyer was, they set her ass up. Like 6 months house arrest. I'm guessing she was going to be she's going to not be able to film. So maybe that wasn't an option for her. And then 60 days in jail, she probably was thinking, oh, I definitely like jail. Like, no way. No way. I'm not going to jail. Well, girl, clankety clank, clankety clank. And the rough thing is that 60 days probably would have been cut to 30, and you would just be in there like for a month. For a month. And now, like, you're guaranteed at least 6 months. Whew, man. It's hard to say I feel bad for her because she really, like, this was avoidable. It really was. Oh Lord. And then we get the clankety clank and how that did not age well for her. As y'all remember, I believe this was season 3 or 4. And this was dedicated to Ashley as far as, concerning Michael Darby. And she was like, clankety clank, clankety clank. Like, drop the soap. Karma's a bitch. She said that to Ashley. And, Ashley, she sees the humor and karma in it, but gracefully decides not to harp on that. I'll give that to Ashley because she could have went in on Karen. Instead, she brings up the possibility that Karen may have had someone in the car with her at the time of the accident. She says a journalist approached her about this. And I will say that even though it's alleged, it is a plausible question. Because if y'all remember in the body cam footage, she actually said that someone fled the scene. And Ray asked her, oh, was it so-and-so or security? Something. Like, Ray acknowledged it. Excuse me. Now, not sure if I believe it because, like, look, Karen was incoherent at the time. And, she's even talking about Thomas Jefferson. So who knows? Who knows? Like, oh, thank you, Recessionista, for the super chat. No wigs, makeup, Botox, or Ozempic for Karen for a whole year. Will we even recognize her when she gets out? Probably not. She probably gonna look like, Demi Moore at the end of The Substance. We shall see. Andy points out that even her alibi that night is fishy. And I feel like we won't know anything about what occurred that night or what actually happened before she jumped into the car until she gets that post-prison interview. Now, because I really want to know, like, seeing how she was on that body cam footage, why would you get behind a wheel? Why? It looked like you couldn't even stand on your own, let alone get behind a vehicle and have your foot on the accelerator driving at night. At night. Like, wig slipping like to the back of your head. Like, I just don't understand, Karen. She might go to the grave with that. Anywho, afterwards, Jacqueline is dismissed, and we are at the home stretch now, y'all. So the next segment is dedicated to the events after Karen was found guilty and a special unseen footage of her filmed a day before going to rehab. I'm going to continue to use quotations when I talk about her stint in rehab. That made her skip out on the reunion as a whole. So this footage, y'all, it does not help her in the slightest. It's so self-produced on Karen's part. I was very disappointed watching. And clearly Ray is just playing along, just following her lead. It's cringe, and the ladies, especially Giselle, call it out immediately. She's basically trying to cover all her bases as she knows she's being filmed. I definitely didn't see the footage, didn't I, Ray? Didn't I? And she didn't see it until she went to the courtroom. Can't say I believe that. She's talking about like how she was self-medicating, and after her parents passed, we're now getting excuse after excuse after excuse. The ladies are now watching with the screw face as I was. The footage didn't even end yet, and Giselle's asking, turn it off. Turn it off. You can turn it off. Andy's just like, girl, let it play. The clip continues as she's saying she's going to rehab, but present day, we found out from the court records that she went for 48 hours. And go back and look at it. This was according to court documents. And not only was it a stunt, but she still could have made the reunion. It's just crazy to me. Like, my fucks are few, even more after seeing this footage. After the footage, the ladies all feel like it's just Karen pulling shenanigans yet again. She won't learn her lesson till she sits in a cell. That's all I have to say on that. So then Messy Ashley then chimes in that she met someone who just so happened to recognize Karen and say when they worked at Legal Seafood, Karen would come in and drink to get drunk during the day, every day. Damn. It's kind of hard to believe, like Ashley said, oh, well, I think she said on the train and someone just struck up conversation with her. I don't know how plausible that could be. But, it basically points out that this has been an issue happening way before her parents passed. Because like we found out, she's had DUIs from 2007 to 2011. So then Wendy then adds what she wanted to say earlier, which falls in line with Ashley was saying, that she would go to a restaurant. She didn't name the particular one, but that she would go there to get drunk. Someone told her the same thing. And, I guess Wendy was like, well, it's out there. I might as well just say what I got to say. Karen and her attorney saw the footage. That's why they tried to suppress it. May nothing happen to Ray while she is there because that will send her over the edge. I hope so for her benefit as well. If anything happens to Ray when she is in jail, she will never forgive herself. Ever. Like, she will definitely take that to the grave. I don't know what she would do. So I really hope nothing happens to Ray while she's in there. I don't believe Ashley. Wendy's was more believable. Stranger on the train versus local restaurant employee. I agree with that. I didn't particularly believe Ashley when she said that. I really was hoping Karen was doing the work, but learning of the fourth DUI and the fake rehab, exactly. I think the lawyer did the script. Right. When Ray said, well, there's 6 million drunk drivers a year, I was like, girl, like, cut the cameras. Dead ass. Like cut the cameras. For real. Exactly. Anywho, Ray is with the mermaids. Y'all and Ray and these mermaids. So then Andy brings up the possibility of Karen going to jail, and the first concern for Giselle was that Karen can't wear her wigs in jail. Child, like, with friends like these. And this is the person, Karen, who you thanked in the video. And I think she thanked Giselle first. Like, I know Karen has had to see this part 3. Maybe she didn't see it. But I'm thinking they let her watch TV in the slammer. But I wonder if she'll ever return to the show. Because I'm wondering, will any of the ladies visit her? Will she allow the ladies to visit her? Ooh, that would be great next season. Season 10, first episode, Giselle goes to visit Karen in prison. You heard it here first. And I'm going to come right back to this. You heard it here first. They're going to get one of them to go to the jail to visit Karen. I already see it. Already see it. So they end this segment with saying Karen has their love and support. So now Andy's wrapping up and saying his final thoughts of the season. He then gets to Stacy asking, well, what now with TJ? She says, she lost her best friend and it's horrible. And with a straight face, she says, and still I rise. Not her quoting Maya Angelou. She really quoted Maya Angelou in that context. And when I tell y'all the ladies' reactions to that, it was immediate and priceless. And I was like, you know what? For that line, give her another flu. Just give her another flu, because you got to be a specific amount of Delulu to say something like that. I'm just saying. So then Andy brings up Mia and her cowardice, and none of the ladies feel bad for her. I hope that was the last time we see her ass on Bravo, period. And Wendy, we get it. You clocked her as a liar, blah, blah, blah. So the credits are rolling, and Andy pretty much confirms that Potomac will be back next season. Normally, Andy's just this was a great reunion, or, this is it, ladies. Cheers to season 9. No, he said he can't wait to find out what happens next. So, yeah, we already know season 10 was greenlit, after they filmed that reunion. And Andy didn't lie. I will give it to him. His wonky ass did not lie. That was a good reunion. Did I say his wonky ass? I meant to say his wonky-eyed ass. Because y'all know one of his eyes go a different way than the other. So yeah, once they close out, the screen fades to black and gives an update on Karen's sentencing, recent sentencing. And that is where the episode ends. What a season. I mean, what a great reunion. That reunion really saved the season from being completely boo-boo. I must say. I'm very disappointed in you, Stacy. I thought that you were one of the MVPs of the season, in the beginning at least. And I had high hopes for you. I thought you were a great addition to the cast. I still think she is, but she just disappointed me how it all ended. And then with Watch What Happens Live, I just finished watching it before just to see if there was any additional tea. And she's standing by it. She's like, she's still calling TJ a liar. She said allegedly she talked to him immediately after the reunion and they had words. But hopefully she clears this up. Hopefully. Yeah, Stacy and Bronwyn, they really crashed and burned near the end of the reunion and not near the end of the season as well as the reunion. Really sucks. Thank you. I appreciate that. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Anywho, I will say the MVP of the season 9 reunion was Wendy. As well as, the Acephals, they saved the reunion. Definitely MVP. We got a whole part 3, because of Wendy and Eddie. So I will give props where props are due. The MVP of the reunion definitely deserves a flute by the end, by the end. So should Karen come back after jail? Would she want to come back? For one, But number two, I think she should. I would like to see her back. I mean, she did her time. Hopefully, she learned her lesson. Maybe there's growth there. We'll see. We'll see if she comes back, in full force season 11. I really think she'll have a get out of prison special. Like, soon as she gets out, she's getting her own special. Like, by the time, I'll say by the end of season 10 of Potomac, Karen will be out of jail and cameras will be following her. You heard it here first. Again. And speaking of season 10, what are some predictions for y'all? Like, where are they going to go with season 10, especially the cast? I was talking about this, and actually, while it's on my mind, I will be on Taria's podcast, the What Else Is Going On podcast, We Go podcast. If y'all don't know, We Go podcast, Taria was the one that was in the courtroom documenting Karen's sentencing while she was there. I got a chance to interview with her and go on her show. We were kikiing. We were talking about Potomac as well as Beverly Hills, etc. So make sure y'all look at that. It comes out tomorrow, I believe. I'll definitely repost the interview. But yeah, I was so happy for We Go podcast. Like, I was like, girl, like, you did the Lord's work. Because she said she wasn't thinking about going to the courthouse that day. So I'm so glad. Shout out to Taria. I will be on her platform tomorrow. Look out for it. But yes, I was telling her my season 10 cast, I would say Mia is not coming back. She is not welcome back. I feel like Giselle has to come back. She's the face of the season, whether we like it or not. I think Ashley will get another flu. I will be surprised if she doesn't come back. And I feel like the only reason is because they want more than one OG. And Ashley and Giselle, we can keep them together. Now, I think they should bring Stacy back. I think they should bring Wendy back. I think they should downgrade Kay and give her flute to Jossie. Then I would not mind if they brought Vivian on the show. And they said Vivian was offered a flute, but she declined. Maybe she'll be activated. And also, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Maybe Charisse as a friend of. Maybe as a friend of. And then one new housewife. Now, unfortunately, I don't think, Candace can be on the show, even though I want her to be on the show. Like, the only way Candace will be on season 10 if Giselle isn't. And it's just not going to work that way. Either Candace can be on the show without Giselle or not at all. So, yeah. I know y'all hate Charisse. I know y'all hate her, but she actually is like that girl in Potomac. And I think the reason why is because, one, nobody wants to say this, but one is colorism. Two, she's boring. She can be a little boring. And she's not a good of a character as the Grande Dame. And she doesn't really give glamour with all the money that she has. So that's what I think the three reasons are. But yeah, I would love to know what Candace is up to, but it's just not going to happen. Now, Robin, she might be a guest. I wouldn't mind her as a guest, but absolutely not. I don't even want to see Robin as a friend. Put Robin on pause for a little bit longer. Yeah, like, I really feel like Charisse needs a whole turnaround. She needs to be clocked the fuck in as a friend if she wants to be taken seriously. So yeah, but I really think we can use one new wife. One. But yeah, season 10, that's my predictions, y'all. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm thinking, should I do my Traders review tonight while I still got some time? If so, it might be in the next 30 minutes because I just want to get it out the way. because it's not that much. It'll probably be like a 15-minute trader's review. We'll see. Anywho, y'all, I enjoyed this as always. Again, thank you for getting me to 16K. Whoop, whoop. I mean, 20K and beyond. Let's get to 20K. We can do this. All it takes is just one viral moment, y'all. That's all it takes. We'll see. Till then, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the next episode.